Do you ever feel like you're constantly trying to come up with new content ideas? You sit down to write a post, record a video, or send an email, and your brain immediately decides to go on holiday. And the frustrating thing is, you probably already have plenty of useful ideas. The problem is that you may only be using each idea once. So in this video, I want to show you how you can take one simple idea and turn it into 5 different pieces of content. Not by copying and pasting the exact same thing everywhere, but by adapting the idea so it works in different ways. Hi, I'm Paul from Digital Growth 101, and I help small business owners feel more confident with digital marketing and digital technology without making it all feel more complicated than it really needs to be. So in this video, we're going to be looking at a simple way to create more content without starting from scratch every time. One of the biggest traps with content creation is thinking every post, video, email, or blog needs to start with a completely new idea. That is totally exhausting. And for most small business owners, it's just not realistic. You have client work to do, emails to answer, hopefully invoices to send, things to fix, and people to reply to. And probably a few half-finished jobs quietly judging you from your task list. So instead of constantly asking, what new thing can I create? Try asking, how can I use this one useful idea in more than one way? That small shift can make content creation feel much easier. A great place to start is with one customer question. For example, why does my website not bring in inquiries? That is a strong content idea because it is based on a real problem. And when your content starts with a real customer question, it is much more likely to be useful. So let's use that as our example. The core idea is your website may not be getting inquiries because the message or next step is not clear. Now we turn that one idea into 5 pieces of content. So the first version could be a short social media post. So something like, if your website looks good, but still does not bring in inquiries, check whether visitors can quickly understand what you do, who you help, and what they should do next. This could work as a LinkedIn post, Facebook post, or even as part of an Instagram caption. It does not need to be long. It just needs to make one clear point. This is often the easiest version to create because you are simply sharing the core idea in a short, helpful way. So the second version could be a short video. You could take the same idea and say it out loud. So for example, if I looked at your website today, the first thing I would check is not the design. I would check whether people can quickly understand what you do and what they should do next. That could become a YouTube short, an Instagram reel, a TikTok, or a short LinkedIn video. The idea is the same, but the format is different. And some people will connect with a video more than they would with a written post. The third version could be an email. Again, you are using the same idea, but given a slightly different shape. You could send a short email with a subject line, is your website clear enough? Then in the email, you could explain the 3-question test. What you do, who do you help, what should someone do next? Then you could invite people to check their homepage. That is useful content. It is simple. It does not need to be a huge newsletter. It is just one helpful idea sent directly to people who have already shown interest in your business. The fourth version could be a blog post, a website article, or even a frequently asked question on your website. This is where you can go a little deeper. You might write something like, why your small business website is not getting inquiries. Then you could explain a few reasons. The message is not clear, the next step is hidden, the page is too vague, the contact process is too difficult, the site does not answer the questions people actually have. This gives you more of a detailed piece of content that can sit on your website and help people find you over time. The fifth version could be a question or discussion post. For example, in a Facebook group, LinkedIn post, school community, or email reply prompt. You could ask, when someone lands on your website, What is the one thing you want them to do next? That turns the same idea into a conversation. And conversations are useful because they help you understand what people are struggling with. They can also give you even more content ideas. So one idea has now become a social media post, a short video, an email, a blog post or FAQ, and a discussion question, all from the same starting point. Now, some people feel a bit awkward about reusing ideas. They think they are repeating themselves. But honestly, most of your audience will not see everything you create. And even if they do see the same idea more than once, that is not always a bad thing. People often need to hear something more than once before it properly lands. The key is to adapt the idea for each format. A social post might be short and punchy, a video might be more conversational, an email might feel more personal, a blog post might go deeper, and a community question might invite discussion. Same idea, but a different format and a different purpose. This is not lazy, that is smart marketing. This is where content starts to feel more manageable. Instead of constantly chasing new ideas, you can create a simple rhythm. Choose one useful idea each week. Turn it into a few different pieces of content and share it in different places. Then move on to the next idea. For example, one week your idea might be your website needs a clear next step. Another week it might be email still matters for small businesses. Another week it might be one focused hour can move your marketing forward. Each idea can become more than one piece of content. That is how you start building a more consistent online presence without feeling like you're constantly reinventing everything. So here is a simple task for this week. Choose one customer question, then turn it into 5 pieces of content. One short social media post, one short video idea, one email idea, one blog post or FAQ idea, one discussion question. You do not have to create all 5 immediately, just plan them. That alone will show you how much content can come from one useful idea. And if 5 feels too much, start with 3. A post, a video, an email. That is still a strong start. So if you feel like you never have enough content ideas, try not to keep starting from zero. Look at the useful ideas you already have. Look at the questions your customers ask. Look at the things you explain all the time. Then ask yourself how that idea could work in different formats. Because often, the problem is not that you do not have enough ideas. It is that you are not making each good idea work hard enough. One good idea can become a post, a video, an email, a blog, and a discussion. And that can make your marketing feel much more manageable. And if you would like more simple, practical digital marketing ideas like this, I have created a free Digital Growth 101 community for small business owners, startups, and anyone who wants to feel more confident with digital marketing and technology. The link is below, and you'll be very, very welcome to join us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.